We'll be starting in 5 minutes or so. Thank you for bearing with, you lovely online viewers. In the meantime, can you guess who this international superstar and friend of the show is? Right, nearly there. You queue one song at a time, that's very stressful. Right, let's make a start. Hello and welcome to the Vern Bar Quiz Pride Month special. Whoa! If you're watching us online, hello. If you're watching us in person, hello. We're very multimedia these days. If you're wondering, this person on screen, this international superstar friend of the show, as you may have guessed, it was Lisa Simpson all along. For some reason, why not? Without any further ado, here is the first round. So we've got 5 rounds today. Some of them with a pridey twist. Some of them rounds as per. And so off we go with the links round. The links round works. We're going to show you 9 seemingly general knowledge questions. And the answers of which will all have something in common. The 10th question will be, what's the link? So what is the link that links the first 9 answers together? So question number 1. What is the name of the protagonist of the book, film, and musical Legally Blonde? What is the name of the protagonist of the book, film, and musical Legally Blonde? Right. Question number 2. In the informal US exclamation, what word precedes Willikers? In the informal US exclamation, what word precedes Willikers? We got the goods. Next up is question number 3. What is the largest provider of fixed line broadband and mobile services in the UK? What is the largest provider of fixed line broadband and mobile services in the UK? Reminder, there's a link between these questions that might help get you some of them. Thank you. Oh, what a gem. Either way.
I'm on the YouTube here, aren't I?
Thanks very much. Right. Question number 4. Sencha, puer, and chrysanthemum are all varieties of what? Sencha, puer, and chrysanthemum are all varieties of what?
Had a sip of cold Diet Coke. It's all been worth it. All right, should I go to the next one? I don't know. I'm all off kilter with pacing. It's fine. Let's go to the next question.
Question number 5. Russian Pyramid and One Cushion Carom are both games that involve hitting a ball with what? Russian Pyramid and One Cushion Carom, don't know, are both games that involve hitting a ball with what?
Good. Sounds like your street.
Question number 6. Which comedy panel game television quiz show has been running since 2003 and has had 2 different hosts in that time? Which comedy panel game television quiz show has been running since 2003 and has had 2 different hosts in that time?
I think that's my preferred. I think it's the other right. Right.
Next up is question number 7. Which team featured John Hannibal Smith and Templeton Faceman Peck? Which team featured John Hannibal Smith and Templeton Faceman Peck?
I was like, how come you got on my playlist there? But it is my spot, which makes more sense.
Next up, question number 8. Which class of drugs currently includes methadone and magic mushrooms? Which class of drugs currently includes methadone and magic mushrooms?
Got the link in. I think maybe I told you, maybe I didn't. If flipping Miss Jackson is in my big yearly recap. No, at the moment, number one song is definitely the Ballad of Ho Chi Minh. Yeah, definitely.
Right, next up, question number 9. What is the common name for the small spherical seeds of the pod fruit Pisum sativum? Sativum, rather. What is the common name for the small spherical seeds of the pod fruit Pisum sativum?
Did you know this one? It's eggs.
And of course, question number 10. What's the link? What is the thing that links those first 9 answers together?
What could it be? Your phone? Is yours like a USB-C? A USB-C rather. Well, I got a USB-C, but I'm trying to get it.
Right, I'm going to nip through those questions again, in case you missed any. So question number 1, what is the first name of the protagonist of the book, film, and musical Legally Blonde? Number 2, in the informal US exclamation, what word precedes Willikers? Question number 3, what is the largest provider of fixed-line broadband and mobile services in the UK? Question number 4, Sencha, Puer, and Chrysanthemum are all varieties of what? Question number 5, Russian Pyramid and One Cushion Carom, both games involve hitting a ball with what? Question number 6, which comedy panel game television quiz show has been running since 2003 with 2 different hosts? Question number 7, what team featured John Hannibal Smith and Templeton Faceman Peck? Question number 8, which class of drugs currently includes methadone and magic mushrooms? Question number 9, what is the common name of the small spherical seed of the pod fruit Pisum sativum? And question number 10, what's the link?
Yeah. No, so after college day, first it'll be like the first. We'll do a quiz then, and you're definitely hosting that one.
Right, the next round is Pride Pick and Mix. Here are 10 questions about the theme Pride. Thank you, Annabelle, for this round. So question number 1, Pride in general, not necessarily Pride as in Pride, but you'll see. Question number 1, who was the first openly gay professional English footballer? Who was the first openly gay professional English footballer? Because I'm actually such a mid Diet Right. Next up, question number 2. Which BBC sitcom often featured a character singing the line, "What have you done today to make you feel proud?" from the Heather Small song Proud? Which BBC sitcom often featured a character singing the line, "What have you done today to make you feel proud?" from the Heather Small song "Proud"? If you like. To be fair. Be so many people. Right, next up. Question number 3. Many Pride parades are held in June to commemorate which 1969 riots? Many Pride parades are held in June to commemorate which 1969 riots? We used to have this song, dear viewer, in our school assemblies. Our Friday one, there was the Star Assembly where you got Star Awards. Absolute tune. Right, question number 4. Which 2021 drama by Russell T Davies focusing on the gay experience during the AIDS crisis shares its name with a Pet Shop Boys hit? Which 2021 drama by Russell T Davies focusing on the gay experience during the AIDS crisis shares its name with a Pet Shop Boys hit? Sorry, everyone. I changed 2. I'm on my way. Right. Question number 5. Here's one about rainbows. What color is the inner side of the second arc of a double rainbow? What color is on the inner side of the second arc of a double rainbow? I don't really understand this question, but maybe you do. I bet there's like a Pride playlist to be fair. What? No, yeah. But you know, you can pick and choose if there's any bangers, if you need some inspiration. That's probably on it. Oh, there's an acoustic version and an orchestra version. Oh, to be fair, orchestra version does sound like a banger. Hey. Right, question number 6. Which 2016 film was a modern comic adaptation of the novel Pride and Prejudice? Which 2016 film was a modern comic adaptation of the novel Pride and Prejudice? It's quite repetitive, but it is, however, incredible. It's like sort of repetitive that, like, I'm glad it's repeating, you know. Cool.
we need to wait till it starts?
Question number 7. As of 2019, which city holds the largest Pride Parade? As of 2019, which city holds the world's largest Pride Parade?
I think world. Yeah. Yeah. Would you be able to check on the map?
Yes, definitely world's largest. Question number 8. What is the full title of the U2 song Pride? What is the full title of the U2 song Pride?
On Risk G. What are you putting on Risk G? Oh yeah, no. Yeah. Alright now. Alakazam. Edward Sharp and the Magnetic Zero is a strong name. What's up there with Billy the Vision and the Dance? Oh gosh. So. Although, could you whack on Summer Cat at some point? It's good vibes.
Question number 9. In which year did the legislation to legalise same-sex marriage in the UK take effect? In which year did the legislation to legalise same-sex marriage in the UK take effect? So not when did it pass, when did it take effect?
Yeah, Hombre G, like one of the 5 sort of big Spanish bands. Not like at the moment, I think about 80s. I think they did Blame It on the Cha Cha Cha. Go Buckway did Cha Cha Cha.
Question number 10. In the 1987 film Maurice, centering on gay relationships, launched the career of which actor? So the 1987 film Maurice, centered on gay relationships, launched the career of which actor?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to run through these questions again, and then we're going to have a short break. So question number 1, who was the first openly gay professional English footballer? Question number 2, what sitcom had the line, what have you done today to make you feel proud, from the Heather Small song Proud? Question number 3, what happened in June, and what were the 1969 riots, which means commemorate them? Question number 4, which was the 2021 drama by Ross T. Davis? Question number 5, what is the colour of the inner side of the second arc of a double rainbow? Question number 6, what 2016 film was a modern comic adaptation of the novel Pride and Prejudice? Question number 7. As 2019, which city holds the largest Pride parade? Question number 8. What is the full title of the U2 song Pride? Question number 9. In which year did legislation to legalise same-sex marriage in the UK take effect? And question number 10. The 1987 film Maurice, centering on gay relationships, launched the career of which actor? Right, now we're going to have a short break. And now, as now is tradition, we have our mystery graph for you to be getting on with. This won't count towards the quiz, but just a little brain teaser for you. So here is a graph. Can you tell me what it is? Can you have a think? What does this graph show? Thank you very much, Brian, for making this one. We will see you soon.
We'll be back in 3 minutes' time.
We're back. And the mystery graph, if you manage to get it, very well done. These are, it's a bar graph showing the nationalities of Grand Prix winners, Formula One Grand Prix winners. That sounds like one table got it, so very well done over there. So, right. Okay, next round is Pride of Place. Pride of Place. There's a fun little play on words there. We're going to show you 10 photos of Pride events. We want you to name us the city. We're also going to show you a fact about the city. So we got a photo and we got a fact. Name the city. So question number 1. A city known for its memorials, museums, and monuments, founded in 1790. A city known for its memorials, museums, and monuments, founded in 1790. It's good vibe. What? I haven't, for example, seen it before. It's their top song. Ooh. Right, next up, question number 2. One of the most expensive cities in the world to live in sits on the northern end of a lake of the same name. One of the most expensive cities in the world to live in sits on the northern end of a lake of the same name.
I don't know if I would have got it. Because I feel like I would. Now I think I'd get it, but I don't know if I would make a connection. It's all, yeah, I think I might have got it with help from the picture. Sorry? And the rugby. Kids. Do you like credits to the round?
Right, question number 3. The most northerly capital city in the world. The most northerly capital city in the world.
It's a strong song. This will probably be in my top songs of the year as well. Not because I ever listened to it, it's because it's a quiz, feels like a quiz classic. Ah. What's that Vampire Weekend one? Not the one I know. The other one that everyone. Is that good? Is that right? No, I'm not. Hello. Pint of Diet Coke and I think a pint of Kronenberg. Yes, here.
Anything else?
That's all, thank you. Thank you very much.
Right, question number 4. USA City home to sports teams such as the Heats, the Dolphins, and the Marlins. USA City home to sports teams such as the Heats, the Dolphins, and the Marlins.
Good at a picture, you know. I like the lack of background actually. It's like because then it's like draws more attention to the picture. Good show. You can definitely get rid of that picture out.
Right, question number 5. Second highest capital city in Europe and home to the Prado Museum. Second highest capital city in Europe and home to the Prado Museum.
Makes sense. I didn't realize it was so high. You know, don't say it loud. Hello. Here's a question. What else? Think so.
Question number 6. A city believed to be the location of the world's first democracy. A city believed to be the location of the world's first democracy.
Like, in terms of like latitude. Oh, maybe I meant longitude, which is up and down.
Question number 7. City used as the primary location for the film Anchorman, also the location for the world's largest annual comic book convention. City used as the primary location for the film Anchorman, also the location for the world's largest annual comic book convention.
It's quite hard, but the rest of them, I think it's 11 pounds. But justifiably. Yeah. It's in the Wi-Fi. Do you want to check what the fact is? Wi-Fi is the last one. No, it's like question 6. Next one. There you go. That's fine. Sorry. We just make it a bit different. Yeah. Also, I got the factor. Oh well. Oh no, I was right.
Right, question number 8. City lying on the River Thames. City lying on the River Thames.
It's a gimme. But maybe it's a trick one. Just put on. Just Panic Oasis. Oh, has it got an orange tinge? Oh well. Yeah, that's okay.
Question number 9. City home to the world's tallest building between 2004 and 2009. City home to the world's largest building between 2004 and 2009.
That's good. Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's a great list. That's a great brief. Jim. Not the tallest. The top, was it not? No. Is that still tallest? What about the shower? Oh no, Empire State Building. The Rock Pyramid of Giza. What about Stonehenge? Huh?
And question number 10. The largest city in Brazil with a population of around 12 million. The largest city in Brazil with a population of around 12 million.
Yeah, we can't. Bloemfontein. Is it the capital of Johannesburg? Is it the capital? Neither is Pretoria.
I'm going to nip through these questions again. Question number 1. A city known for its memorials, museums and monuments founded in 1790. Question number 2. One of the most expensive cities in the world to live in sits on the northern end of a lake of the same name. Question number 3. The most northerly capital city in the world. Question 4. USA city home to sports teams such as Heat, the Dolphins and the Marlins. Question number 5. second highest capital city in Europe and home to the Prado Museum? Question number 6, a city believed to be the location of the world's first democracy. Question number 7, city used as the primary location for the film Anchorman, also the location of the world's largest annual comic book convention. Question number 8, city lying on the River Thames. Question number 9, city home to the world's tallest building between 2004 and 2009. And question number 10, the largest city in Brazil with a population of around 12 million. Right. The next round is our specialist round. If you win the best team name, we'll decide the best team name. If your team name's the best, you get to pick a round for next week. And last week's team name winners picked a round on Austin Powers. So here are 10 questions about Austin Powers. Thank you for this round. Question number 1. Which decade saw the release of 2 of the 3 Austin Powers films? Which decade saw the release of 2 of the 3 Austin Powers films? What version of Word Up do you prefer? Boss Hoss. What about Rock DJ? The fan favourite. Oh, 1939? Is that the one? Right, question number 2. Name 2 James Bond films whose names pun-inspired, oh nice, the name of the second and third Austin Powers films. Name the 2 James Bond films whose names pun-inspired the names of the second and third Austin Powers films. Do you want to, yeah, leave your card now. Question number 3. Which word, often used to describe a form of hallucinogenic drug, inspires one of Powers' famous catchphrases? Which word, often used to describe a form of hallucinogenic drug, inspires one of Powers' famous catchphrases? Next up, question number 4. Which American songwriter who makes cameo appearances in all 3 Austin Powers films wrote the song Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head? Which American songwriter who makes cameo appearances in all 3 Austin Powers films wrote the song Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head? Question number 5. Which British writer wrote the original James Bond books, which indirectly inspired the Powers films? Which British writer wrote the original James Bond books, which indirectly inspired the Powers films?
I don't really know much Prince. The artist formerly known thereof. That's what I thought. Based on the books by. Yeah, that's right. One shag, two shag.
Question number 6. Technician Gary Archer was hired to create which exaggerated physical feature of Austin Powers? Technician Gary Archer was hired to create which exaggerated physical feature of Austin Powers?
Can I go?
Question number 7. In International Man of Mystery, which sum of money does Dr. Evil originally attempt to hold the world hostage? In International Man of Mystery, for which sum of money does Dr. Evil originally attempt to hold the world hostage?
Can I put that song? Paramore. Or hard times, either way.
Question number 8. Mike Myers has stated that some of the characters and humour in the series are inspired by his parents, who grew up in which English city? Mike Myers stated that some of the characters and humour in the series are inspired by his parents, who grew up in which English city?
I would assume they just by you too.
Question number 9. Which adjective precedes 60s when describing a cultural revolution involving figures like Twiggy and the Beatles, inspired much of the aesthetic behind the series? Which adjective precedes 60s when describing a cultural revolution involving figures like Twiggy and the Beatles and inspired much of the aesthetic behind the series?
Yeah, make sure you don't put on the original. No. Hey, you put mine last. Hey.
That's the question of this one. Question number 10. Elizabeth Hurley features in the first Austin Powers film and was a hallmark of the high showbiz society in Britain in the 1990s. She was born in Basingstoke and was also the girlfriend of high-profile actor Hugh Grant, who has been in several films, including Bridget Jones' Diary. This was based on the novel Pride and Prejudice, an old book. Another old book was written by E.M. Forster and has been adapted several times for the screen since its release in 1908. What name does this book have? What name does this book have? Another old book was written by E.M. Forster and has been adapted several times for the screen since its release in 1908. What name does this book have?
I'm not sure if Felix is going on purpose, you know. Can we order? Are we right to order? I think Felix took our order a while ago, but he might have forgotten. A pint Diet Coke and a Kronenberg, please. A pint, please. That was me and Jack. Thank you.
Right. Let's go back through. Which decade saw the release of 2 of the 3 Austin Powers films? Number 2, name the 2 James Bond films whose names pun-inspired the names of the 2nd and 3rd Austin Powers films. Number 3, which word often used to describe a form of hallucinogenic drug inspires one of Powers' famous catchphrases? Question number 4, which American songwriter who makes cameo appearances in all 3 Austin Powers films wrote the song Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head? Question number 5, which British songwriter wrote the original James Bond books, which indirectly inspired the Powers films? Question number 6, technician Harry Archer was hired to create which exaggerated physical picture of Austin Powers? Question number 7. In International Man of Mystery, for which sum of money does Dr. Evil originally attempt to hold the world hostage? Question number 8. Mike Myers has stated that some of the characters and humor in the series are inspired by his parents, who grew up in which English city? Which adjective precedes 60s when describing a cultural revolution involving figures like Twiggy and the Beatles, inspired much of the aesthetic behind the series? And question number 10. Which book written by E.M. Forster has been adapted several times for the screen since its release in 1908?
Thank you. Sorry to flick it to you. Got the right one? Yeah. What is it? Oh, look done. Hope you're having a lovely time at home if you're still with us.
Right, and last but not least in our rounds is, of course, it's the Wipeout round. It's a Vern Bar Quiz classic. So how this works, this is just 10 general knowledge questions, but there is a catch. If you write down an answer and it's wrong, that's an automatic 0 points for the entire round. So you can write it and it's right, you get a point. If you leave it blank, that's fine, don't worry about it. But if you write down an answer and it's wrong, that is 0 points for the whole round. So be careful, tread lightly. Question number 1. Thank you, Lawrence, for this round, by the way. What is the past participle of the verb to bear? What is the past participle of the verb to bear?
I couldn't think of them at one time, so I just went good at Hoodwink. What a cursed film, Hoodwink. Oh, is this Chelsea Slacker? I am standing in Chelsea.
Right, question number 2. This famous image taken on board Apollo 17 has what nickname? This famous image taken on board Apollo 17 has what nickname?
I never know this one from the name, but I do know it. It's like, what's that one? The one I don't know from its name is called like Two Princes or something. We haven't had anything Harry Styles yet. I can't. You want to rectify that?
Question number 3. Following the suicide of lead singer Ian Curtis in 1980, New Order, a band most famous for the song Blue Monday, was formed from the band members of which famous English rock band formed in 1979. Following the suicide of lead singer Ian Curtis in 1980, New Order, a band most famous for the song Blue Monday, was formed from the band members of which famous English rock band formed in 1979. Reminded the winning team will win a £20 bar tab, so it's all to play for. £20, I know, big money. Right, next up, question number 4. Name the building or the city in which it can be found. There's a picture on screen, it's a building. Can you name the building or name the city in which it is found? One or the other for the point. But if it's wrong, that is 0 points for the whole round. Right, question number 5. What is the largest city on the Caspian Sea? What's the largest city on the Caspian Sea?
Lawrence. Lawrence. Is that in terms of population? Oh, both. Okay.
This is in terms of both size and population, but at least population.
Or was all the other ones?
Right, question number 6. In what year did a non-British or German driver last win the Formula One championship? In what year did a non-British or German driver last win the Formula One championship?
You know, I always consider like the Harvey song is Jamira Beatty's matchup. Such a rogue one as well. Mm.
Question number 7. Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Space Force? Who is the Commander-in-Chief in the United States Space Force? What is their name?
Really nice. I think I really like Coke on tap. Like more than I like Coke out of a can. Even though it's like less good. I think maybe it's slightly less bubbly, you know. It's cold but not as bubbly. Good to know.
Question number 8. Mao Zedong died in which decade? Mao Zedong died in which decade?
But in preparation for the use of Mao Zedong in a round, I did watch a YouTube video on how to pronounce it.
Question number 9. Which actor plays Harry in Bruges and the new M in Skyfall Inspector? Which actor plays Harry in Bruges and is the new M in Skyfall Inspector?
Yes. It's Wednesday, so we'd be able to come back to yours. We've got to Levajalski. We can send Vern. Yeah. Probably go out for a meal.
And finally, the last question of the quiz. I'll go back through them again, so it doesn't have that much gravitas. Question number 10. Which British television show involves teams of contestants attempting to build a working machine that can do a specific task using materials available in a scrapyard? Which British television show involves teams of contestants attempting to build a working machine that can do a specific task using materials available in a scrapyard?
Do you ever see this program? That's incredible. I don't know why my family we always have it on.
Right, let's go through these ones again. Question number 1, what is the past participle of the verb to bear? Number 2, what this famous image taken on board Apollo 17 has what nickname? Number 3, following the death of lead singer Ian Curtis in 1980, New Order, a band most famous for the song Blue Monday, was formed from the band members of which famous English rock band formed in 1979? Question number 4, name the building or city in which this building can be found. Question number 5, what's the largest city on the Caspian Sea? Question number 6, in which year did a non-British or German driver last win the Formula 1 Championship? Question number 7, who is the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Space Force? Question number 8, Mounted Town died in which decade? Question number 9, which actor plays Harry in Bruges and is the new M in Skyfall the Spectre? And question number 10, which British television show involved teams of contestants attempting to build a working machine that can do a specific task using materials available in a scrapyard? If you're feeling wavy about any of those wipeout answers, you can cross it out and then that will count as a blank. But obviously you can't get a point for it in that case. You've got to decide now. Hold up, everybody say. It is. Right, there you go. Question writing pens down, answer writing pens down. And it's time for the answers. So you're going to be marking your own, but do mark honestly because we will be checking the winning score. So, here we go. So, yeah, mark your own, check if it's right. Only no half points. Any clarifications, feel free to ask. Right, now I have the answers. Question number 1, we went out the links round. So the name of the protagonist is Elle Woods, or just Elle, you can have as well. Elle Woods. Then, of course, it's G. Willikers. G. Willikers. Very sort of Batman and Robin. BT was the next one. BT. British Telecom or something. These are all types of T. This was a Q. They're all Q sports. This is QI. Next up, it was the A team. Or just you can have A team or just the letter A. This is class A. They're class A, and it is a P. It's a P. It's the fruit of P. PEA. But I just written the letter. Just to minimize on letters type. Sufficient. And the link was LGBTQIAAP. A name for LGBT plus, the full name, A full name. So well done if you got that. If you put the answer LGBT plus, you can also have the point. You don't have to have all the letters right. And then we had our Pride Pick and Mix. This opening game pressure footballer was Justin Fashanu. Then it was Miranda, of course, Stonewall Riot. Stonewall's what we're after here. This was It's a Sin. Red was what we're after here. Red. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies was this one. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. The city with the largest Pride parade is New York City. We'll do that. Pride in the Name of Love is the full name. Pride in the Name of Love. Then it is 2014. So legislation passed in 2013. Legislation went through in came into effect in 2014, and that was when the first marriages in the UK were. This launched the career of Hugh Grant. We'll look at that. Then we have our Pride of Place, which is the name of the city here. So this was Washington DC. Then it was Zurich, of course, Lake Zurich. Reykjavik was this one. Reykjavik. Don't worry about spelling. This is Miami. Miami was this one. Miami Heat Classic. Madrid, the largest being Andorra la Vella, but the second largest is Madrid. Highest, rather. This is Athens, of course. Athens. Then San Diego. San Diego, quite a hard one there. Well, they've got that. Then, of course, it was London. It was London. No tricks here. Taipei. Taipei was this one. Do you know the building was? Taipei 101 was apparently the name of the building. And the largest city in Brazil is, of course, Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo. Sorry, I don't have the tilde on there. Sao Paulo. Then we had Austin Powers round. This was the 1990s. Saw the release of two of them, the 1990s. This was The Spy Who Loved Me and Goldfinger are the two. We need both of the point, please. You need both of the point, no half points. You need the Spy Who Loved Me and Goldfinger. Next up was psychedelic, was what we were after. What is the original word, which is called psychedelic? This is Burt Bacharach. Burt Bacharach. Well done if you got that. Ian Fleming, of course. Ian Fleming, classic. Teeth. It was his teeth. It was his bad teeth. Yes. So we'll look up teeth. $1 million, of course. $1 million. Liverpool. They're from Liverpool. Very well, you don't have got that. I feel like it might have been a guess if you did get it. Swinging 60s, of course, the swinging 60s. And of course, as always, a room with a view. A room with a view. Right, then we had our wipeout round. Reminder, you're going to have to do this yourself. If you've got any of them wrong, then that is 0 points for the whole round. So give yourself a big fat 0 for the wipeout if you've got any of them wrong. Otherwise, you get the amount of points you get right. This is, of course, Born. Or Born Without an E, you can also have. But that, yeah. Born was what we were after here. Then it was The Blue Marble. The Blue Marble. Joy Division was this next one. Joy Division. This is Willis Tower. You have the point for Willis Tower or for Chicago. So Chicago or Willis Tower will give you the point. Baku is the largest city on the Caspian Sea. Baku. It's also the largest city below sea level. Then it was 2007. It was 2007. I can't right now tell you the name of the person, but very well done to them. Question number 7. Joe Biden. It's the commander-in-chief of the U.S. Armed Forces in general. So it was Joe Biden in this case. Joe Biden. This was the 1970s. Well, ambitious if you went for that one. It was 1976, 1970s. This is, of course, Ray Fiennes. Ray Fiennes here. And then it is, of course, Scrap Heap Challenge. Friend of the show, Scrap Heap Challenge. So come up with a team name and add up your scores, and we will come around soon to find out what they are. In the meantime, before we do that, there's some useful Instagram links. So if you're thinking, got to be done. So do follow Healthy Liberations, Healthy Communities, and Healthy Welfare on Instagram. It's got to be done. We're going to have lots of different Pride events this month, so keep your eyes peeled and look on these accounts. That's what we're up to. And on Friday as well. On Friday we have the Big Gay Picnic. So look forward to that. Do look on Instagram for more information. And Facebook as well, in fact. And Facebook as well. I've got the Facebook information there, but I'm sure it won't be too difficult for you to find. So yes, we will be around shortly with the schools and team names. So get those ready. See you in a moment. Right, without any further ado, here are the results of the quiz. So, the winner of the team name competition and who have a chance to pick a round for the next quiz, which again will be on a Wednesday, or next Wednesday, is our favourite and very appropriate for this week, LGBTQ plus a shot of tequila. Oh, very well done. Congratulations. Can you think of a round for next week? What do you reckon? Say again. It looks like we're having a special round on sex toys. Look forward to that. The charities quiz next week. And okay, I can reveal in second place was with 37 points was Annabelle Here's a Hey. But first place by a country mile was Quizadelic Baby with no, it wasn't, was it? Yeah, it was with 43 points. And congratulations, you are the recipients of the £20 bar tab. So yes, your prize as well, of course, is even better than the bar tab is this gift. Hope you enjoy that. So there we go. Hope you have enjoyed the quiz. We'll be back next week on Wednesday again. Please bring £1 or a card that can pay £1 because it's the charities one, so we're raising money. And so see you next Wednesday. Hope you enjoyed the quiz. Bye.